Right there with you. Good evening, everyone. We're now opening up the public hearing. The public hearing tonight is on the budget for 2026. And so we always have the public hearing, and then the following month we have the adoption of the 2026 budget. The budget was posted online, and it's also been in the front window. If anybody wants to see it, I've got some extra copies up here. But what I'm going to do is I'll go through the new budget. And I'll compare it to last year's budget to let you know where we're at financially. This year's general budget will be, or the one for 2026, will be $244,838. And that's a reduction of $721 from last year. We were able to bring it down, even though we were able to give 2.5% raises to everyone with the exception of my office. And again, my office has elected, between both Peggy and I, not to accept a pay raise this year. So this is our third or fourth year not to take a pay raise. It's just the way we feel about it, and we will not take any raise. Also, our people that are on, now that's for salary personnel. And the people that are hourly, those hourly rates are determined by either the council or by their supervisor. But what I do is I do raise the amount of money that they're able to make in 1 year. So if you've got somebody that makes $20 an hour, what I do is I set with the council, I set the amount of money that they can make for the full year, and then I divide it by $20 an hour. And what that does is that tells how many hours that they can work during the year. And everyone that is on the hourly, they're all part-time. We have no full-timers on paid by the hour, nor do we have anybody that's paid by the hour nor do we have anybody's salary that is part-time. I just want to make sure I said that right. For local road and street, last year it was $12,000. Or no, I'm sorry. Last year it was $7,000, and I raised it by $5,000. The council in the past have always talked about a couple things that they'd like to see done in roads and streets. So what I've done is I raised that by $5,000. It's not that when I put numbers into the budget, that doesn't mean we have to use that amount. A lot of people are confused. They think that either you use it or you lose it. You do not lose it. Whatever we use or whatever we don't use just stays in the bank and goes right on and stays in that fund. Never leaves the fund. So it's not a use it or lose it type of thing. But if I don't budget the right amount or a high enough amount, then what I have to do is sometime during the year, let's say they all of a sudden decide that they want to do a project. Then what I would have to do is I'd have to ask for additional funding through the Department of Local Government Finance. And then what that would do is that would involve another public hearing. It would set everything back for the guys to get something done, for us to get any bids or anything like that. So I always make sure that I pad that high enough in the event that we do something like that. Same thing with motor vehicle highways. I did not change that. This year, it's the exact same amount. It's $70,770. And while it didn't change, where it's coming from did. I reduced the amount of motor vehicle regular, and I increased the amount of restricted. And restricted is only used for restricted MVH, or motor vehicle highway, is only used for streets. It can't be used for anything else. So I increased that amount, reduced the other amount, but kept the budget the same. Cumulative fire special, same, 5,000. The cumulative capital improvement, which is a cigarette tax, I reduced it by 1,500 because we haven't used that amount in years and years that we had, and I reduced it down to $2,000. Economic development income tax, I increased that by 10,000. The only reason I did that was in case some people decide that they want to do some sidewalks. Nobody has done sidewalks in years, and that's what the CCD, or the cumulative development, or the economic development income tax, is used for in the town of Roann. Although we can use it for anything, but historically we've used it for sidewalks of residents. If a resident wants to do a sidewalk, we use that money to buy concrete. Public safety, we took it down to 14,400, and that was a reduction of 9,600. We haven't used the amount that has been there in the past, and we decided just to go ahead and put it at 14,400. And then the park, we did at 26,000. It's the same as it was last year. That money is only used, it's mainly used, I'm not going to say only used, but it is mainly used for the ballpark. If they have things coming up down there, like they want to buy more dirt and stuff like that for the main field, then we have always done that through them, and anything else like that for the ball diamond, and that is 26,000. Which what it did was it increased with the deductions and the additions. It increased the budget for 2026 by $3,179, which I feel is a very minute amount of addition, because with everything, with all the prices rising, we were still able to keep it down low enough to make sure that we did not increase the budget by 2.5%. That would have been way more money than what we're getting. What's happening is the prices are going up, the tax base is coming down. And that's just, it's going to happen for the next 3 to 4 years. And we're going to see that happening. It's just the way everything's written. They've got the Senate Bill 1, which has done a lot of reduction in tax base, and the LOITs, and a LOIT is a local option income tax. And that's going to change over the next couple of years, and we've got to think about that all the time we're doing budgets for 26, 27, and 28, because eventually we're not going to just, the county's just not going to go ahead and give us money. Anybody under 3,500, the population under 3,500, and guess what? That's us, will have to go to a extra meeting, public hearing, held by the Wabash County, and we are going to have to request money for our LITs, which is our local income taxes. If we don't, or if we miss that, then we won't get any LIT. And that takes up a lot. That takes care of our economic development money that we do sidewalks with. It takes care of our public safety that we work through. And also in our general, we get a lot of money in lit because that's in a cadget that's another amount of money that we get for our general. So we could lose a lot of money if we don't make sure that we stay on top of this. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to make sure that we're way out ahead of it. But just to let you know that, yes, there was a 2.5% pay raise given to everyone, again, with the exception of our office, and we're going to keep our pay just exactly where it was. There's one other thing that you guys may be wondering. Why isn't there anything in here about water and sewage? Water and sewage is not budgeted. As weird as that sounds, you do not budget water and sewage. Water and sewage is a business, and it's totally separate from tax base. So whenever you think of sidewalks being done, parks being done, all of this stuff, and you think, well, no wonder my water bill's going up. It has nothing to do with your water bill. Nothing. Because that is not where that money comes from. So that money comes from, and we do a budget. Tony and the board and I all sat down with Baker Tilly, and we went through for the next 5 years. Once, what would you like to have? What do you need? What do you need down there? And then we looked at probably increases that we would have in not only pay, but also in chemicals and things like that, and electricity and all of these different things. And then we put all that together, and that was done by Baker Tilly, which is an outside group. And for that, we had a public hearing, and everyone was invited to that public hearing also. And what we did was we elected in for the next 5 years those rates that you're now paying. So again, there's no water or sewage in this because that is not budgeted. The state doesn't even require us to do any kind of budgeting for that period, but I've always done it, and I've always given the guys some kind of a budget, because what I try to do is I try to figure out how much money is going to come into the town, how much money we're sending out of the town, and then we kind of watch that as the year goes on, so that we don't bankrupt our utility. So it's just something that I do. I've done it for 14 years, and I've always made sure it was done. Is there any questions about the budget for 2026? With that, I will close the public hearing with no questions. And the public hearing is now over with, and it is now 7:14.
Okay, we will, Bob, if you will do a roll call, please.
Absolutely. Present is Jeremy Fisher is physically present. Jerry Nelson is physically present. Neil Bieber, physically present. Robert M. Ferguson Jr., physically present. Christina Lynn, present. Let's see. Also, we have Peggy Myers, Tony Janeway, and Steve Hicks, and Damon Prater. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15. I got one more. Okay, 15 citizens.
Thank you, Bob. approval of the minutes from the last meeting. Did you gentlemen have any questions or concerns or corrections?
Make a motion to approve the meeting minutes from last meeting.
All in favor?
Aye.
Minutes approved as presented. Open issues. I hope I'm not going to destroy this name. LeQuinder, is that correct?
Yes.
LeQuinder is representing Roann Liquor, is that correct?
Yes.
Sir, side you'd rather me stand on?
Wherever you want.
Wherever I'm comfortable. We'll over here so everybody can see. For the record, this is the suit I bought for my daughter's wedding. I needed another wear out of it. My name is Joe Seacos. I'm a planner and land use consultant with Clark Quinn Law. Office is at 320 North Meridian Street, Suite 1100 in Indianapolis. I'm here with Lakwinder Singh, who's one of the owners in Roann Liquors at 240 Chippewa Street. I want to thank you for taking the time to consider our request this evening. A little bit of history on the property. This was purchased by the current ownership in August of 2024 with the intent of operating the gas station convenience store as well as a packaged liquor store on the property. In the months since, they have invested into remodeling and upgrading the building as well as the gas station and the convenience store. Excuse me. In early 2025, ownership applied for and received a permit to operate a packaged liquor store at the location, separate from the existing convenience store. The application received over 210 signatures representing 114 unique addresses within 5 miles of the location. This was unanimously approved by the Wabash County Alcoholic Beverage Commission. The package store would operate only between 12 and 9 p.m. Have a separate entrance and have separate staff from the gas station itself. With the establishment of the liquor store, the town's legal counsel is advised that an ordinance needs to be passed for that operation. This is one of our requests this evening for you to consider such an ordinance. On June 16th, ownership did receive a notice from Brian Campbell, the director of the Wabash County Planning Commission, that noticed 2 issues with the property, one being the intensity of the upgraded lighting, and 2 being an unauthorized change of use in regard to the package store. Ownership has since corrected the lighting by installing dimmers to comply with the performance standards of the ordinance. And speaking with the county, the ordinance does not have a use classification for a packaged liquor store. So it was determined that this needs a special exception use. The special exception use is, in planner terms, not permitted, but not permitted. Sometimes it takes some special looking, some extra eyes on it. So the process for granting a special exception is outlined not only in Indiana Code, but in the Wabash County zoning ordinance. The county does require multiple steps, first of which is obtaining a recommendation from you all, from this council. The ordinance doesn't have specific findings of fact for a special exception. These things typically look at items like the proposed use will not injure or adversely affect the adjacent area, property values. The approval will not materially or substantially interfere with the lawful use and enjoyment of adjoining properties. The proposed use will be compatible with the character of the area. We believe ownership has demonstrated they are a benefit to the community, good neighbors, and they meet the general standards for the special exception at this location. As it moves forward, special exception will require hearings at the Wabash County Planning Commission, as well as the Wabash County Board of Zoning Appeals. That Board of Zoning Appeals meeting will be a public hearing. It will be advertised by mailing to adjoining property owners, as well as publication in the paper. That will be open for anyone to comment, petition the board. If everything goes well this evening, we hope to be at the Planning Commission on September 4th and the Board of Zoning Appeals on September 23rd. Again, tonight we respectfully request the council grant a favorable recommendation for the special exception, so we get this on file with the county, and consideration of the ordinance permitting the package store at this location. Thank you for your time. I'd be happy to answer any questions. If you have anything to add?
Yes, my name is Lakwinder Singh. I and my brother Sam. We owned and operated this gas station for a year now, and we have been a good neighbor to this town. And when we first opened this gas station, we had a lot of requests for liquor beverage, and then we decided to apply for a liquor license, and which we finally got. We have spent a lot of money into this and renovating the building inside. Spent a lot of money on the POS system, shelvings, and in the future we're gonna bring in a branded gasoline here. We have a lot of good plans for this location, and I humbly request town board to give us permission, approval to get this going. It's been a while since we started, since we first applied for the liquor license, and we are really looking forward to run this business. Thank you for your time.
With this special exception use, does that mean that you would not be able to use the separate entrance for the beer and wine license that you currently have that, correct?
Yes.
The beer, beer and wine.
Not a beer wine. The package.
You have approval for a package liquor store at the location. The special exception would be to operate it at this location.
Can I ask something real fast? You said that the planning commission is clearing on all violations?
The last I had talked with Brian, he was going to go out and look at the vision light.
But have they cleared you of all violations?
No.
Okay, so the violations are still closed, or still open on you. So until those are closed, you really, my understanding is not supposed to come and ask for permission from this until those are cleared.
The lighting violation is one item. The other item is the operation of the liquor store in and of itself, which is why we're here for the special exception, to clear that violation.
But what I'm saying is my understanding is, you're not supposed to even be here until you get those violations cleared by the planning commission. So you haven't cleared those violations yet.
Yeah, I have not got a response from Mr. Campbell.
Okay, and also you have signage that's inside of the right of way, it's not belonging to the store, which I also know the planning commission's told him not to have there, but he keeps putting it back.
I'm not aware.
Well, I am. I'm just saying is that, my understanding is that how you're supposed to do it is get those violations cleared, then come ask the town for their permission to do ordinance to allow this liquor store. That's not been done yet. And I don't want you to leave in to believe that it is done, because it's not. And who's the owner of the actual store?
It's Mr. Singh, his brother.
Which, I didn't hear his name.
Lockwinder.
Okay, according to Beacon, it says Ledger.
Yeah, they're purchasing on contract. We do have their recorded contract purchase.
Where's it recorded at?
It's recorded with the county.
Okay, just want to make sure it's,
I did get that from them this, last week.
okay, I just want to make sure the town board knows your violations have not been cleared by the planning commission yet.
Yeah, we're actively working on the, obviously the special exception, right? And I will follow up with the county regarding the lighting tomorrow morning.
It just seemed like you put the cart in front of the horse.
Okay,
It
so
is my understanding that Mr. Singh did place dimmers on the lighting. I can't verify that personally.
So if there's violations that are not approved yet, Christine, I'm asking you as our lawyer, then we really should not move forward with anything, is that correct? I mean,
I don't want to put words
It
in.
depends, I mean, so asking for the special exception, he can't clear the violation for operating a packaged liquor store until he gets the special exception, and he can't get the special exception until you approve or recommend approval of the special exception. So something's got to come first.
Mhm.
As far as the lighting, I think that's, a situation where, yes, there's a violation and nothing can go forward
Mhm.
with that violation. But I don't think that's true of the request for the special exception again, because it becomes circuitous.
Mhm.
Okay, so
And
let's,
we'd be happy with any action being contingent on clearing those
it's a lot to digest.
violations. Absolutely.
So the special exception is, explain it so really clearly, so I know exactly what.
That's all zoning.
That's all zoning.
That's
It's just to allow them to
zoning.
even
So
be able to.
we
have
need-
Yes, so
Yes.
Okay,
it's
basically,
nothing, there's no zoning in Roann
okay,
that allows for operation of a packaged liquor store. So they need a special exception to the zoning requirements to be able to operate a packaged liquor store. Generally, the town has nothing to do with zoning,
Mhm.
but when a special exception is requested, the town has to give a recommendation, which isn't binding in any way, but that's kind of the first step in a special zoning special exception.
Nothing's ever straightforward in zoning. I've done it for 30 years and I've yet to see one that's straightforward.
Mhm.
I will say this, my understanding is that the town can vote on this tonight. Is this, like what's your last name?
Seacoast.
Mr. Seacoast is correct. You can vote on it, but the county won't do anything until all that stuff is clear. So you can make your vote tonight. I want to make sure I didn't misled you myself. I just want to make sure we know that there are still violations.
Yeah, we do have till September 4th, planning commission. We've been working with Mr. Singh and his brother to get those cleared up,
Mhm.
particularly the lighting and right-of-way signage.
You said you had 114 unique addresses
Yes, that's
within 5 miles of the gas station then?
correct.
How many of those 114 are here tonight?
Those are 114 in favor. Those are all filed with the ABC, Wabash County ABC.
Are any of them here tonight? Obviously, they don't.
I am,
You are?
if you need to know.
Oh, yeah, you work there.
What difference does it make?
I do have copies of all the signatures and a map.
okay, that's fine.
Could I see it?
Absolutely.
And were those signatures for the,
Those are,
the local alcohol and, alcohol
Yes,
beverage
ma'am.
board?
Yes,
Yeah, so that has nothing to do with zoning. I just
Yeah,
want to
right.
keep the two
Right.
issues.
Right,
There
yeah.
are two issues.
those were in support of the alcohol permit.
So this is just within a half mile. Within 1 mile. Within 5 miles. So the first step though would be making a recommendation for the special exception.
Yes, sir.
So do we need a vote on that or?
Yes, there would have to be a motion and a vote.
I'll make a motion to approve the recommendation of the special exception use.
second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So do we have to poll each one by one or not? Okay.
Mike, yes, go ahead. Jeremy Fisher? Yay or nay?
Yeah,
Jerry Nelson
yeah.
and Neil Beaver.
Yeah. So then
Next step.
Yeah,
the,
that's only one issue.
Right.
so then until, at least my opinion is until the violations are settled, then I would be willing to vote on an ordinance.
Yeah, I don't think we're asking to vote on the ordinance tonight. We're
Yeah.
asking if you take it under consideration. Obviously, your legal counsel needs to draft that ordinance.
Mhm.
And I believe it would be a 2-hearing procedure
Mhm.
to adopt that. So that wouldn't even be able to be adopted until your October meeting. I'm very confident by your September meeting that the outstanding violations will be correct.
Mr. Singh, can I ask you a couple of questions?
Yes.
So I had looked at this before and I forgot my notes tonight, so that's what I was doing, was pulling this up. So it looks like you have a beer, wine, and liquor package store permit that's been approved by the Alcohol and Tobacco Commission. And then in your brother's name, there's a beer and wine dealer permit for a grocery store that's in escrow right now.
For here, for this town.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
So can you just explain to the board what that means? What do you have and what are you anticipating doing? And maybe you can help us.
So,
Yeah, I mean,
I think I know, but
there are two different licenses. Packaged liquor store allows you to sell cold beer and liquor. The grocery allows you to sell cold pop and warm beer, if that makes sense.
yeah, so our plan is for the beer, wine, for grocery store. We have a future plan for that, to open up a grocery store with the supermarket and have that beer, wine license utilized for that.
within the gas station or in a different,
Outside.
a whole different location
Yeah,
off the property?
yes.
Okay. And then the packaged liquor store, which is a three-way license, beer, wine, and liquor,
Yes,
is in the other side of the existing building, right?
yes.
And that's what they need an ordinance from the town for, to have a three-way license in a town this size. And if you think that needs any
No, I think
clarification
that's,
or.
you nailed it right on the head there.
Okay.
I want to add something to the violation. So we don't have any signage that's outside of our property line. So, this gentleman said that we have a signage in the way, but it's not, it's in the property, it's inside the property line, all the sign.
And again, that's not for us to determine, that would be for the
If,
county, but
if you want to be
you just wanted
out there
to
after the meeting, I can-
state that.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
I don't have anything else.
As a former public planner, the right of way signs up very.
You have any questions?
Can I
Thank
ask
you.
a question?
Yes.
This may be on the side, but they bought an ad for the festival with Roann, with the gas station, and whoever I emailed said that's a good idea. They wanted to use it. Anyway, we combined the ads, but the other is for Roann Liquors. Is that, so that sounds like that's not a business yet. So should we take that off of the ad, or how do we handle that?
They can advertise anything they want as far as.
Okay, that's all I want to know.
So you've reached that limit of my issues.
Yeah. Any other questions out there? We're gonna move on then.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I get the,
Yes.
one of our attorneys would be very upset about it. Was part of what
Hey, thank you. Park is on.
Park, we are in the middle, nearing the end of our fundraising effort with our patronicity matching grant. We need some help if anybody wants to make a donation. We have another meeting this Thursday to just kind of see where we are. When we met last week, we were at just over 31,000 toward our $50,000 goal, but there were several irons in the fire. I'm confident we're going to get there, but we need a last minute push to get there.
Real quick, if we don't meet the matching goal, we
We
don't.
get nothing. Yeah.
Just what it is.
We get what we
Well, we get
raised.
what we
Yes,
raised,
but nothing.
but we don't get any
No match.
matching. So we
Yep.
have to meet that $50,000 mark to get the match. And, that was a tough decision because we had at one point thought about making that a lower amount.
Mhm.
We felt pretty confident about what we could do, and still do. We're just getting worried as we near the end of that time frame. So any help that anybody wants to give would be greatly appreciated, but we have had a lot of great responses. So that's been the committee's focus right now is fundraising. The intention is that we meet that goal of raising 50,000, that we get the match of another 50,000, and that is specifically earmarked for playground equipment. And we have playground equipment selected for older age children, a huge, piece of equipment. And then we have a smaller piece of equipment selected for like ages toddler to 5 years of age. So that would fulfill our main playground equipment goals with those funds. So we're pretty excited about that. We are going to look at other fundraisers down the road. On the other hand, we are in the bidding process for the work to be done in terms of ground preparation and asphalt and concrete. So we are in that process. It's my understanding we are going to have bids due on August 25th, and we're opening bids at a meeting the evening of August 25th. So we're all to be back here, and we'll open those bids. Hopefully we can award a bid that night, and then we would like to look at groundbreaking mid-September. And so we're very excited about that. For groundbreaking, we plan to have, of course, publicity and media presence, and we have little shovels. We're going to invite all the children to come and break the ground for the park. So that's something we're pretty stoked about. I think that's really all that's going on. Unless you have questions, I'd be happy to answer. There's a couple other things, but I'll bring that up under my name later.
Is that meeting at 7?
Yeah.
This Thursday?
The 25th.
Oh,
Opening.
I have
bid.
to look
I
at
don't know.
that.
I missed the email about the meeting, and I was told that it was scheduled, and I had to add it to my calendar. I've got it on my calendar for 7.
I think
don't
it's
know, is
7,
it-
yeah.
That's what I had written down. I just wanted
Yeah.
to confirm.
And what is the final deadline for the? match?
August 31st. It's September 1st, right? But by close of business, August 31st.
I have an update on that if you'd like.
Do I want to wait till Thursday? Or do I?
No, no, because we're going to get more between now and then.
Okay. Well, and can I say, we all know how great Bob has been in getting monies for these parks. This woman right here is a fundraising rock star. Peggy has harassed and harangued people until they give her money, and she has been amazing. I am so proud of her. I just got to tell everyone that.
In fact, you can see her walking down the street. You see people turn around and walk the other way. You know that she's already asked them 3 times.
So give us an update.
Okay, today's update, as right before I walked in here, we have $33,373, which means that we still have to raise in the next 20 days, $16,627. So, yeah. And some of the major players that we've asked have not come in yet.
So if any of you guys out there need a tax deduction before December 31st, now's a good time to do it.
Before August 31st.
Or else we're going to
Oh, yeah,
send
I'm not
Peggy
talking about
after
the
you.
personal taxes.
I'll be sweet about it.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Well, Christina, you are on next for the full track.
So I have spoken with,
Dwayne?
no, Tim DeVore.
Hmm.
So Dwayne's counterpart or
Mhm.
equal. And we talked about the things that the pullers own or at least believe they own, the things, the duties and obligations that they fulfill at the pull track, their wishes and desires. And so I've gotten that all. I need to circle back around and find my notes from talking with Mr. Ford about, anyway, about
Lions
what
Club.
the Lions Club, and see how those match up. And then what I thought I would do is give a summary to the board, probably through email. You know, here's what the Lions Club thinks, here's what the Pullers think. What do you guys want an agreement to say or not say? And then I can get something drafted.
Sounds great. Thank you.
Thanks. New generators.
I got a second quote from Everport, stuff that they do not install. So I reached out to Caps to see about getting a quote for installation. And I reached out to the concrete place about getting a pipe fit. I haven't got those quotes back.
Okay.
What was the quote that you did get?
What's that?
What was the quote that you did get?
They are $30,000 cheaper as of right now. It's not totally apples to apples, unfortunately, the generator that they quoted for the sewer plant is a little smaller. The one at the wells is exactly the same size. So I have no clue what it's gonna cost to install. The first company, the Houston, they did give me a quote on installation with concrete pads and installing and everything else, and it was probably close to $30,000. So I'm waiting on my companies to get back with me to give me a hard number on it, and I will let you guys know soon.
And then when you get that quote and stuff, it can all be broken down and the total cost,
Yes, yes.
please.
Yes.
Okay.
Same way with the bowel exercise, we make them a list. I'm just
Okay,
going on, but-
I'll check it off, same way, thank you.
Yeah.
Portable breath tester grants.
Yeah, I spoke with them and they said because the amount was so low, they said don't even worry about applying it, they're doing this like that. So,
Okay,
so it's like, I think it's $650 is what it is.
okay.
So, which if we get a liquor store, I'm gonna get it to you.
And you don't have one at all right now.
No, no. Actually, you guys have a two-way, Dollar General has a two-way, correct? They don't have a two-way, I thought they got a two-way on top.
They do,
They
that's
do.
their grocery store permit that they were
Okay.
talking about.
So we do have 3 places with two-way licenses, so maybe first of the year when we have a new budget, we'll see what, taking away the 10,000 from the lit for stuff, we'll see where it's at, we'll look at it.
Maybe even, I mean, even at the end of this year, we can circle back to that and see if we have
Yeah.
money in the fund.
Okay, next, Roann Volunteer Fire Department Protection Agreement 2026.
We got the new protection agreement. Let's see. Stuff everywhere. And what they're asking for again this year is the same as last year, $18,200. It's split in half, and half of it is paid by June the 1st, and the other second half is paid by December the 1st. So it's the exact as it's always been. All I need is I need the board to approve it and a signature.
Make a motion to approve the 2026 Rowan Volunteer Fire Department Fire Protection Agreement.
All in favor?
Aye.
Next thing, next thing on the agenda is Halloween, 2025. Halloween's on 10/31, which is a Friday evening. I think in the past, we've run our hours from 5 until 8, I believe. Those of you that have children, does Saturday work better than on Friday nights? By the time they get home, the school buses run and we get in town about 4. Is that about right?
Yeah. I mean, I think with it being on, actual Halloween being on a Friday, I'm good with it being on a Friday.
Cool. What about your kids? What about your kids?
My kids are too old to trick or treat.
Yeah, those grandbabies, so.
I didn't see an issue with this since it's on.
Okay. Okay, we'll, make a motion to, approve the, Halloween on Friday, the 31st, from 5 till 8.
So 5 to 8, okay.
All in favor? Tony, do you have anything else that we overlooked for you?
I had a situation, that we had a citizen that purchased a house, remodeled it, hooked everything up, water, sewer, and all that good stuff, and was having all kinds of sewer issues. Come to find out, he was not hooked to the sewer main that we could find anywhere. So we put a new line in and got him hooked up. And this was last Thursday. I haven't had any calls or anything, so I assume everything is flowing the way it's supposed to. I guess I don't know what to do with that situation. I mean, the guy's been paying his bill for a few months. But how do I know who's hooked up and who's not hooked up, other than everything's flowing the way it's supposed to be? I don't know which way to go with that. But it's a new situation. The town paid for the hookup and everything, but it is a bill that the homeowner is going to be paying. So, like I said, it was just a new experience for me that I never really knew, which direction to go with it.
Hopefully we don't run into it too much more.
Well,
Yeah.
and I talked to Bruce about it and stuff, and he said that he had a few houses in the past, over the years and stuff, that were still hooked to septic tanks. But I don't understand why you would be hooked to a septic tank and dealing with it when you've got a sewer main usually within 100 feet of your house, 50 feet of your house. So, I mean, like I said, it's just a new experience, so I really didn't know. We went ahead and hooked it up because that's what we're supposed to do, but it's just a new experience with me, and I didn't know if there's something we need to look into as far as different types of ordinances, or if it's just a one and done, we're not gonna worry about it the next time, or.
I mean, the ordinance requires everyone to be connected.
Right.
I don't know how to enforce that.
Yeah.
I mean, how would we know someone's not?
Right.
That's supposed to.
Although, but, I mean, if someone's purchasing a house, in theory, they would have an inspection done, and that would be something that,
Should be in the inspection.
They're showing them the code, but it's not there.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I mean, but I don't know that there's anything to be done with it.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna have to charge him for the hookup. He's lived there for 2 months right now and paid bills. I don't know. I'll be sending him a bill here shortly. As soon as I get the bill back from Flex. I have not received a bill from Flex, although I've received a bill for all of the material that we used to connect him to the main. And I'm not opposed to, and I don't know if there's anything legal that I would have to go through, but I am not opposed to taking off his sewage for the last 2 months that he's paid sewage, give him credit for that, and then charging him for the hookup, which would give him a discount on the hookup.
I mean, it wouldn't be any different than sometimes you credit people on their water bill or sewage bill when they've had a leak or something.
But I'm taking that to the utility board
Sure.
to ask them, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna take it to the utility board and ask them if that would be feasible to do it that way. And so I would need permission from the utility board to do that.
So just to approve the discount.
Okay.
To credit credit him with the 2 months of sewage that he did not use. And again, that could be a problem later on. I don't know. So that's something that y'all need to think about.
I don't know how we got by as long as we did though, if this house had never been hooked up.
I don't either. Well, I never had anybody.
On and off, but there's been people living in there too.
Yeah, and never had anybody say a thing about it.
Well, we'll just kind of hang in there for a while.
Like I said, I mean,
We'll see what, yeah.
I'll make this a habit though.
Yeah, and then assuming that when they buy a home, I'm sure they're supposed to have inspections and everything, so I don't know, Technically,
that's not necessarily required.
right, but
In
I'm
this
just saying,
situation, it was bought off of mom, and they went in and remodeled it and stuff.
yeah,
I assume they just assumed that everything worked before, so they just thought it was gonna work this time. And
got it.
okay.
Is that usually recorded on the plot or the deed, whether
I've
it's
got-
city, sewer or septic?
I got
Because I always
drawings
see
done and
them,
stuff.
it's listed when I look up. So,
I do have maps and drawings down at the sewer plant, but we dug where it said it was,
yeah.
and we remember this multiple times, that drawing was not correct. So we looked for it a little bit.
Yeah, most surveys aren't correct either. Yeah, let's count this one as an experience right now and see what happens.
I'm okay.
Is that okay?
It is with me.
You're on next.
Oh, were you guys going to make a motion and vote
Oh.
on whether or not to make a credit? You
I
talked
think-
about it, but you didn't make a motion.
I'm sorry.
Did you, was that part of your, I'm waiting?
I'm waiting, yes. No, I'm sorry.
I'll make a motion to approve the credit to the account from 2 months.
Oh, okay.
Yes. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Sorry about that.
That's okay. I just wanted to, I thought you meant that you were just gonna,
No.
okay,
Steve,
got it.
Are you sure?
I think
Oh,
so.
Tony, is there anything else? Okay.
No doubt.
You don't just have to do that. Really, the only thing I have is, I've been doing a lot more traffic enforcement down in the southern part of the town. Found a good spot to sit outside. I've stopped 2 or 3 people, nothing to the point of giving them tickets, but stopped them and getting the lights going and stuff, and most people have noticed it. I even stopped when they come over the hill down by 500 for going too fast, just to get them slowing down that way. Over on 130 North of Church, I stopped and checked on the day. The camp was still there, but when they went to move it, they realized the flooring was rotted, so they're going to replace the flooring and get it out of there. So that's still in the works. Once he gets that moved, then he'll get the big dumpster moved. He's just keeping there, he can still get some stuff in it to clean it up. Besides that, he's still moving, so. Found some more vehicles that meets our ordinance for nuisance vehicles, and I talked with him. This person's never been an issue before. He's gonna get one moved and get the other one plated. It does run, so. I talked with people on East Allen Street or West Allen Street. The cars actually put back together and good. We moved everything out of the garage and left it in the yard to cover tarps. They learned last week that's not gonna work, so they're gonna get all that stuff moved. So he made one mess and cleared it up, and now he made another one, so it doesn't make sense. I did have to buy some rifle ammo. I was dangerously low, and I had to do some training with it, and I had qualifications coming up, so I checked with Peggy while Bob was gone and confirmed what ammo money I had, and ordered enough to get me through the next 2 years. And there's still money left in the account, so. I have been doing more stuff on social media to try to get more interactions with the town people, so I started, and it's been working to get people sending in requests for questions being asked, and then some other things, and I like interaction with people, so that's working good. And also this festival, remember about a year or so ago, I brought you those fingerprint kits. I haven't done anything with them yet, just been waiting for the right time. And we have a thing printed up, so this festival, people know to come to me if they want some, and I was gonna ask our festival committee if I could put some at the information booth, if people wanna grab one. So, and then the parade's coming, and we got things to throw up to the kiddies again. Some of the stuff Neil really likes, little plastic handcuffs.
Mm-hmm. Kids love those.
And the kid ones.
Yeah, I don't.
Neil might get a real set for him too.
Yeah, maybe.
But, besides that, I understand about the lift and what's going on with that. Next year, don't worry, I understand that that's gonna be a little bit lower amount, but really there's, besides some uniform stuff, that'll hold on until next year, there's nothing I really need. So, unless something pops up, besides the TBT, since we do have people here that does alcohol now, that's the only thing I really want.
Mhm.
We've had some issues here in town with some calls late at night, county's handled since I'm off and been sleeping, but some disorderly people, some intoxicated people. Not saying it's due to anything being sold here in town, but we do have the issues.
Mhm.
We did have a house while I was gone, and I knew it was gonna be there, because while I was gone for vacation, getting raided. They didn't find anything, but they got tipped off too, so. Besides that, orders violations, I turned that one in the Bob, just for the fact that person just wasn't answering the door anymore. So, I didn't know if we mowed the big section of it. I gotta check it yet tonight if we mowed the other half. So, I don't think there's anything else, but the board has something.
You'll be working Halloween then?
Oh, yeah, no, that's,
Yeah.
you guys gotta decide what to dress up as. Dress up as a police officer or what?
Yeah, there you go.
One year I wore a pig mask. That was-
Thanks, Steve. Christina.
I don't have anything as attorney, but for the park, we need to move the existing swing set before we break ground and start doing all that dirt work and excavation work up there. And the intention is to keep the poles and reuse them for swings in the new park. And it's going to have to be done one of two ways, either pull it out of the ground, which may not work because as you're pulling it out, we're afraid you're gonna bend the opposite side, or perhaps cut it off, because it's very, very tall. And it would still work, I think, even if we cut it off, it'd still work. But there's going to be an expense to moving or removing that, and I don't know what that expense is, so I can't ask for a definitive amount of money right now. But I wondered if the board would consider, if we can get some estimates, paying that out of the park fund versus out of the park committee fundraising funds. Mhm. Hey, I'm not doing it, so however, anybody who we pay to do it wants to do it is fine with me. But, yeah. Well, I mean, I have no idea how much concrete's down there. Nothing down.
And it was suggested that we cut it off. That was a suggestion.
There'd be less risk of.
Yeah, but I mean, ultimately, we will move forward with getting
Yeah, right.
Yep.
exact plan on how it should be done and what that cost would be. My only request right now is, would the board consider paying that out of the park fund versus us using some of the money that we've raised to do that?
Especially since it's out of the current existing
Yeah,
park.
'cause
Yeah,
we
that
got
makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, I have no problem with
Okay.
it. I mean,
We'll move forward with more information and I'll come back with some more specifics later.
And in the meantime, I will make sure, I've already sent a email out to Martin Duffy, who is the project manager, and asked him if that was already in, if he had it in anything.
Right, if it's already in a bid, I suppose.
So if it's gonna be in a bid, then we won't even worry about it. But I sent something off to Martin and we'll see. Sure.
Bob, do you have anything?
Yes, I do. I got a few things. One, if you'll pass these down, yourself and then Christina. um, Take a look at the very um, first look at the special ordinance number 1, 2026, which is the salary ordinance. Um, The trustees and the president, there is a 2.5% raise in those. The attorney, it's went to 4,000. The town marshal, although the currently the hourly rate stays the same, but I raised the amount by 2.5%, which would take it to 20,500. The superintendent for the streets, that's raised by 2.5% with the street, water, and wastewater. And then with the full-time utility employee, I did the same thing, raised it by 2.5%. And then the part-time license operator, I did not change that at all. Left it the same, and along with his hourly rate. That again is up to you guys if you want to change his hourly rate, but we'll keep the main part, we'll keep that the same. I raised the town employee part-time by 2.5%. Again, her rate is an hourly rate, but what that does is it gives her more hours if she wishes to have them. And just to let you know about the part-time employee, she does not get any pay out of water nor sewage. Everything comes out of the general. Okay. So just wanting you to know that, because you'll see her out mowing a lot. Well, that wouldn't be fair to take any money out of water and sewage. So we've always paid that whole thing. So when I took that into consideration when I did the budget for general. Then certifications are the same. The health packages are still the same. And then, of course, with my office, with the clerk treasurer and the deputy, those remain the same again for another year.
So under the part-time, where does Bruce fall?
Bruce is the part-time licensed operator. And that is split through general, water, and sewage, because we don't know what kind of questions that Tony's going to ask Bruce. It may be something that is with general. It may be something that is water. So by splitting it 33% all the way down through, it makes it fair as far as the budget goes. And I'd like to make this the first reading of the special ordinance number 1, 2026, unless you don't feel comfortable making it the first reading, and we can do that next month, but I have to get it done by the end of the year.
And then we'll have to have a second reading, is that correct?
Absolutely. It'll follow it'll be at the next meeting, and I don't mean the 25th.
Correct.
I mean at the next regular meeting.
I mean, this is just verbatim what the budget is, so.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's exactly as a budget.
So make a motion.
Do we need a motion to accept this as the initial reading?
Yes.
Approve the first.
Approve.
You got to approve the first reading and then we'll come back with the second reading and you do the same thing there.
Approve the initial reading of special ordinance number 1, 2026.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Pass.
Okay. Next thing on my list would be, it's been brought to my attention. I missed it. And I guess we'd never really done it before. But, and I looked it up online. Steve sent me an oath of office. And all town marshals, sheriffs, police officers, all uniform deputies, all of that, they sign and they take an oath of office. And that is in turn submitted to the, well, sent to the clerk of Wabash County, and a copy is put in their into their service jackets, just as I do an oath of office for each one of you, and I do an oath of office for Peggy, and then I get mine through the county. So I'd like to take this opportunity to give the oath of office to Steve. If I can do that right now, I'd appreciate it. Stephen? Excuse me, I want to try to do this. I've known Steve since he was a kid, running around town. And it gives me a lot of pride to be able to do this. I love doing oath of offices. I think that's one of the nicest, between that and marriages, and I'm not married yet. Between those two, I love that the most. So if you would, please raise your right hand. I, Angela S. Hicks, do solemnly swear or affirm
I, Angela S. Hicks, do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Indiana,
the Constitution of the State of Indiana,
and the laws of the United States and the State of Indiana.
and the laws of the United States and the State of Indiana.
I further swear or affirm
I further swear or affirm
that I will faithfully and impartially
I will faithfully and impartially
discharge the duties of the office of Town Marshal
discharge the duties of the office of Town Marshal,
for the town of Roann, Wabash County, Indiana,
Town of Roann, Wabash County, Indiana,
to the best of my skill and ability,
to the best of my skills or ability,
and I will uphold
and I will uphold
and enforce the ordinances
and enforce the ordinances
of the town of Roann,
of the Town of Roann,
serve its citizens with integrity,
serve its citizens with integrity,
honor,
honor,
and and dedication.
and dedication.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Steve, thank you. And I will sign it and I will put my seal on it and I will make sure that those get to the proper place.
Thank you.
One other thing that I've got, and this is last on my list, I am extremely proud to make this announcement tonight, because she has worked her tail off for 14 years. And she has gone through education. She's done the homework. She's taken extra classes through AIM, through the ILMCT, the Indiana League of Municipal Clerk Treasurers, and the International Institute of Municipal Clerks. And she was she's the first in the town of Roann, and she was also the first in Wabash County
as a deputy to earn her Indiana accredited municipal clerk, which made me very, very proud. And then she didn't stop there. She went on and she just received her CMO, she is now a certified municipal official of the town and of the state, and that's through AIM. And then we got the news just the other day that she has now received her ILM, or her Indiana Accredited Municipal Clerk Advanced, which takes a lot of work, a lot of classes, and she now has received that. And if that's not enough, on October the 11th, she receives her CMC, which is a certified municipal clerk in the International Institute of Municipal Clerks. And I am so proud of her. She's worked very hard. And I'd like to congratulate Peggy Myers for all of her hard work. Thank you.
That's,
She just needs to raise another $17,000.
What certification did she get for that?
Yeah, there you go.
With that, nothing more for me to say. Thank you, Peggy.
Thank you, Peggy.
Thanks. Anybody out in the audience have anything to say? Question?
Tony, I think he met with Roger Gullett. Roger Gullett was in the office, Bob was gone, and he said the semi, he lives over there on Benton and Adams. And semis are coming down since they're leaving Dollar General and swooping about 20 feet into his yard, making ruts. Did you talk with him?
I talked to Roger about it. I reached out to two of his neighbors that have security cameras. And unfortunately, neither one of them reaches that intersection. But I talked to Steve about it, and Steve has been doing some investigation on it, talking to the local trucking guys that come through town. And so far, we haven't been able to narrow down who's actually driving through the road.
How many times have you had ruts?
He said, this is the third time that he's told me that, this is the third time that he's had to pick trucks. He told me last time I talked.
He said some blue semi. I went and talked to one right away, and I didn't think it was him because I watched him, he backs in. And, yeah, I talked to him, and his wife said there's no blue semi. So the other day I did get the plates off of it. I was parked. I went down and looked right away at Roger's yard and no ruts. So I actually talked with one of the neighbors that you talked with, and he says, I don't think it's one of them. He said, I really don't. So it could be a semi, but it doesn't make any sense being a semi from Dollar General. Because they wouldn't have stuff that way. So I don't know. I've not been able to talk to the other guy yet, but being that there's no ruts there, I would have thought he would have left ruts again. And because it sounds like the guy's a poor driver, but that intersection is just so small, semi should be coming that way anyway.
He mentioned that there was ruts, and I went by there, Randy went by there, you could tell where somebody's went
Oh,
out.
no, there's ruts, but not, I'm talking about the day I finally found the other blue semi. I went, but it wasn't there earlier, then it was there, so I went straight down to the look, no ruts. So, I don't know, I'm still gonna talk to that driver, but I didn't get a chance to call the company and say who's driving that one. I think I know which house it is, but I wanna make sure first, but they don't really care to see me very much, so. People love me.
What's the intersection again?
Right here by, where Jim Bell lived at,
Uh-huh.
this across the street, then this down the intersection of Adams, this right there. So south of, north of, Jamestown.
Yeah. Okay.
So that big grassy yard there.
Because who drives the, parks the semi with the milk? Down there off
that's
the west?
blue.
It's blue. There's a blue tanker. I mean, it's a milk tanker or.
Open.
Him and Roger's already had discussions, and Roger doesn't have an issue with that.
Okay, I mean, I didn't know.
Okay.
I'm just
Okay.
trying to.
He rolls, he backs in, and he goes back down, so.
Oh, okay.
Tell me who it would be. And actually, with nobody having cameras down there, it's hard to, they actually tell me, no, it's not me until I actually catch them or get fresh tracks and butter. And I checked out the blue semi's trailer, but it has been a few days since those ruts were made, so.
I asked Roger when he was talking to him about it, if he could kind of keep an eye out and just give us a better idea instead of it just being, we don't know who it is.
Yeah.
If he could physically catch them or whatever, then we'd have a little more to go off of.
Yeah.
Yeah, because definitely it's leaving seeing the crash or you're doing damage to somebody's property, before it's pushing it, but they can get me, come on.
I'll get you on the stand and tell you about that seat.
What I'm saying is, give me a reason to say, don't go that way.
No, absolutely.
Right, yeah.
Wait, I think, in any way, I guess it could be criminal mischief, right?
Yeah, it could be. There's plenty of, there's plenty of opportunity to say, don't do this, but we don't have the kind of ordinance to draw on semis, because like the milk guy, he's never caused any issues, so I would hate to see an ordinance go into effect, that's going to affect him.
Yeah.
And that's not really fair to a man that lives
Right.
in town, been forever, drove semi, who's never done anything, cause issues. I'd rather catch one doing it and have a, meet session and let them know that's not how we do it here. Nice way of saying it.
I have one.
Drop it
Oh.
to me anytime you want.
I have one additional thing. I'm actually on vacation right now, so I'm going to return to vacation right after the meeting. I was on vacation last week with the exception of a couple days that I came into work to do the bid process and do some other things that I had to come in and do. So I'm going to go back on vacation after tonight, and then I'm coming in Wednesday morning to do payroll, and then I'll go back on vacation again. So just letting you know that I'm on vacation this week. But as you all know, you know my number. And besides, Peggy's overqualified now. She can do it.
Didn't you take the whole
It's
day
gonna
off?
take your job.
All on you.
Hey,
You can do it all.
Anything out there? If not, meeting adjourned at 8:18.